Hey happy homemakers, welcome back to part 2 of my Spring Clean With Me series. My goal for this video is to motivate and inspire you by taking you through the deep cleaning jobs I do twice a year and giving you some fresh meal ideas and inspiration on how to get your toddlers involved and busy while you're trying to tackle some major cleaning jobs. The first thing I do is look at my checklist of jobs to see where I left off yesterday. This is the homemaking binder that I've been making and sharing PDFs with you guys, which I'll explain a little bit more later. On days like this, where I know I'm going to be doing extra work around the house, I always make sure I have some easy meals planned for that day so I can focus on the tasks I want to accomplish. Lucky for me, Green Chef reached out to me to collaborate on this video, so I know it's going to be really easy and delicious. Green Chef is a USDA certified organic company that makes healthy eating easy and fun. All you have to do is make an account online, select your meals and frequency, and dinner will appear on your doorstep. I'll have a link down below where my subscribers can get $80 off plus free shipping when you use my code. How simple is that? So over here I have gathered some items that I'm going to be using for my spring cleaning today. I have some cleaners, some essential oils, and also a couple plants that I got recently from Trader Joe's to brighten up my space. The first thing I'm going to do is change the smell in my room, and I wanted something really bright and clean smelling, so I'm going to be doing a lemon eucalyptus blend. To my diffuser I added 6 drops of the lemon essential oil and 3 of the eucalyptus. I really love diffusing oils because it not only makes the house smell nice, but it covers up odors as well. So this is my homemaking binder, which I started putting together last year. It has my meal planning stuff, some recipes, and then also my fall routine and my spring cleaning routine, which in my last video I shared the PDF for that, but I'll have it linked down below as well. I have printed these out and laminated them so that I can reuse the same copy each year, and then I just use a dry erase marker to mark jobs off as I complete them, and then once my spring cleaning's done I just wipe it off and save it for the next year. Today the first job I'm going to start with is vacuuming my rug, but usually I'll rent a carpet cleaner at this time of the year, but since we did that in the fall and the carpet still looked pretty good, I didn't really see a need for that this year. After I was finished with the vacuuming, I just moved the TV stand onto the rug and then my sofa and love seat, because the next job is to move all the furniture away from the walls to vacuum and mop. And this is a really big job that I only do twice a year, but I'm always surprised to see how much dust and junk gets collected underneath these items. I also moved the desk onto the rug as well. And as you can see, there were tons of lost toys underneath, lots of dust bunnies and garbage, stuff like that that just accumulates over time. The reason I had the sofa and love seat facing each other was so that Marcus and Coco could play inside like it was a little boat or something while I cleaned. I try to either get them involved by giving them a job or making something fun and different so that they can have fun playing while I get some work done. So last time I put all the cushions, I made a fort for them, and this time they had fun bouncing around on the sofas. After that, I just headed behind the TV stand and picked up any toys, garbage, books that had fallen behind there, and cleared it out so I could get in with the broom and just sweep all of the dirt and garbage. After that, I just continued around the areas where the sofa and love seat were. And you can't see this in the footage, but I did tie each of my curtains into a knot so they wouldn't be hanging in the dust as I swept it away and stay out of the way while I was cleaning. After that, I just went on to sweep the rest of the house. Sometimes people ask why I don't just vacuum it with my Dyson. Sometimes I do, But sometimes when there's just bigger chunks of things like papers and stuff like that, I know that it won't go up the Dyson. So this isn't always the case, but rather than picking out the garbage, I just decided to sweep instead. Piled all of the toys and books that I found behind the furniture onto my desk just to get it out of the way so I could sweep. But now I'm just going to quickly put everything in this basket until I have time to go around the house putting them in the rooms they belong. After that, it was time to take a break for lunch, and I was really excited about it because I had Green Chef today. I usually save these meal kits for dinner time, but the maple pork power bowl sounded so delicious and also like something that would give me plenty of energy to tackle the rest of the cleaning I had planned for today. I loved using the Green Chef meal kit because everything is right there with you in the quantities you need. You just have to do a little bit more preparing. Each of the recipes in this box only took around 30 minutes. They were really simple, easy to follow instructions. But what really stood out to me is that Green Chef meals are exactly how I'd like to cook in my everyday life. These are the kind of meals that I aspire to. They're really healthy, mostly organic, nutrient-packed meals that are really convenient to prepare but super fun as well. And I love getting new inspiration and meal ideas that I can add to my regular routine and just mix it up a bit. The pork on this one was deliciously seasoned with turmeric, salt, and pepper, which I've never thought of using turmeric on a meat like that before, but I am 100% going to be doing it again. Then the kale was sauteed with some cranberry and pecans. Put on top of a bed of white quinoa and then drizzled with some green goddess dressing. And this meal was really delicious. Every box includes the recipes so that you can recreate any meal that you absolutely love. And I can assure you that I will definitely be making this one again. It was so good. The next job on my list was to vacuum the tracks and my windows and the back sliding door. I like to use my Dyson for this. If it's super messy, I will take like a damp cloth and a knife and just get in the corners. But usually the Dyson just does a pretty good job for me. After that, I just took some all-purpose spray, a microfiber cloth, and a magic eraser to start cleaning the sideboards and the walls. And the kids were done with lunch by this point, and they love helping me. So when it's a job like this that they can do, we just do it all together. They each had their own little wipe, and they just wiped down the window while I took care of the sideboards. And fun note, Marcus is getting almost old enough to legit be a helper to me. He actually took care of some spots on the wall in the sideboard, which is awesome, but it was really just so fun to have them excited about cleaning with me. After that, there were some spots from a spill that happened and got underneath the TV console, so I just sprayed that and wiped that up as well. After that, I just moved the TV stand back in place and then wiped down the top with the all-purpose spray and a microfiber cloth. In a previous video, I mentioned that I didn't know how to decorate that area of my house, and I never really wanted to get plants because I usually kill them, but Trader Joe's is like nailing it with their potted plants. I got both of these for only $5.99, so I figured if I killed them, it was no big deal, but they came with such cute pots. It was worth it just for the pot, in my opinion, and I think they look really, really pretty on my TV stand. I think adding plants to your decor, especially real ones, will brighten up any space. The kids got a little bored of cleaning with me, so to get them busy, I gave them this old poster board and just some markers, and they had a lot of fun drawing all over it, because it was huge and a little bit different than normal. And they did do that for a while, especially Chloe, but Marcus decided to come and help me again anyways. In addition to spraying and wiping down the walls, we wiped down the doors, especially around the doorknobs, and then the trim around the doors as well. So there were a couple areas where Marcus got a little artistic with the walls, and I think used a crayon, so he went ahead and cleaned those off for me. The last item of furniture that I needed to move in the living room was the entryway console table. Just mainly so that I was able to sweep under it, but mainly I wanted to just dust the baseboards off as well. As you can see, there was so much dust that collected in just 6 months. It's kind of crazy. After that, the kids helped me push the console table back in place. After that, I just grabbed my Swiffer to mop the spaces. Usually I'll do a really good mop with like the whirly mop, but Daniel used it once and it broke. So I have to get a new mop, which I'm thinking to get one of the steam mops because they look really convenient and I love the fact that it disinfects. But for now, I'm just using my Swiffer because that's all I have. I just put the sofas back in place, and then the mat by the front door, and the living room was so sparkling clean. It was amazing. Next, I went on to mop the dining room and the kitchen, and like I said, I really moved the furniture to make sure this mop job was really good and complete. Been cleaning for several hours and my energy was starting to wane, and lately I've been getting really into juicing. I can't have coffee at this point in the day anyways because I'm so sensitive to caffeine, so juicing has been my way to give myself a big boost of energy later in the day, and it's just so healthy for you. I haven't bought a juicer yet. This is one my aunt lent to me, but I think I'm gonna get one because I have been using it a lot and found that it is more convenient than using a Vitamix and a strainer. But the combination of produce that I've been juicing and loving lately is some cucumber to make things really refreshing, a lemon to make it really bright and tasty, and then some celery. I also include some ginger and usually 1 apple, but I did double the recipe today so I would have some more for later. And then I add some kale and spinach to the mix. What I like to do, because it makes the smoothie taste so good, is to add some coconut water. Because I doubled the recipe today, I'm going to be putting it into 2 jars. These are actually just jars from the kombuchas I've been drinking. I just recycled the bottles and they're perfect for my juice. But I like to fill it halfway and then fill the rest up with coconut water, because coconut water is so hydrating for you, and I think it makes the juice taste really, really good as well. So anyways, that's how I've been making my juice lately. It's so healthy. I cannot tell you how much better I feel, and it gives you such a great boost of clean energy. It's awesome. And because of the apple, I really do enjoy the taste. After that, I just cleaned off the hearth because that was the next area I wanted to wipe down and clean. It gets so dirty just because the kids walk all over it all the time. So I just sprayed it down with my all-purpose spray and then wiped it down with a rag, sometimes using the magic eraser because it really gets the hard spots off really well. that, we all headed outside. The kids like to break up the day by playing outside, and now that the weather's getting warmer, we can again. It is so nice. I am so excited for spring. So while they played outside, I got on to my next spring cleaning job, which is to wash all of the windows on the outside. This is the window that is above my sink, and I know it's like super 70s, but I actually really love it. Every year I have all of my herbs in there, and they're just really handy close to the sink for watering and cooking with. If we ever build a house, I will definitely make sure I have one of these windows in it. I love it so much. The last job on my list, and thank goodness I was done because I was getting really tired of cleaning. I don't know how, I can't remember how long I cleaned, but I know it was like 4 hours. It was a really long time, but I'm glad I got so much done. The last thing I did was with the glass cleaner. I just sprayed down all the light fixtures in my house and just dusted them with the microfiber cloth. But I was really happy crossing that last job off my list. It felt like such an accomplishment. Like I said, I'll have the PDF for this list linked down below, and I'll probably include all the other ones I've shared as well. Lately, I've been trying really hard to not make cleaning days all about cleaning and do something crafty and fun with the kids, and one that they have really loved since we first tried it a few weeks ago is one that is really fun and cheap to make. So first, all you do is pour some food coloring into little jars, and then you add some white vinegar to each of the jars, and then you're going to need a dropper, which is probably the best tool to use with this, but you could also use like a syringe or something like that as well. And the last ingredient you need is some baking soda, which I just pour over some cookie sheets. The kids each get their own cookie sheet, and you just want to sprinkle a thin layer over the entire cookie sheet, and then the kids take the droppers and have a lot of fun watching the chemical reaction of the baking soda and vinegar. My kids ask to do this all the time. It's really fun for them, and it makes some really cool designs with the colors as well. Anyways, so that's the end of this video. I hope you guys got tons of inspiration and are even more excited for spring than you already are. Don't forget to head to the link down below for Green Chef to get $80 off and free shipping. I think you guys will really love it. I loved every single recipe I made, and I love that it has such healthy superfood ingredients in every box, and it really inspires me to keep trying to have a really healthy lifestyle, and I think you guys will like it as much as I did. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.